Rick Johnson. I will be doing Aaron Burr for my presentation. Where he lived, his state and or home. He was born in 1756 in New Jersey. He lived there until he joined the military in 1775, and after the military he moved to New York to become an attorney. He lived there mostly his entire life. He later moved to Europe to try and spark a rebellion, but that's something entirely different. Education. He graduated from the College of New Jersey, which was later renamed Princeton. He graduated at the age of 16. His father became the second president of Princeton, which is interesting. He graduated a student of theology, but later switched his career to study law. Occupation/business. After he got out of the military in 1779, he started to study law. In 1783, he shared a practice with Alexander Hamilton. I wonder what went wrong there. George Clinton named him Attorney General in 1798. He was elected senator in 1791. He won a seat in the state legislature after he was not re-elected senator. Intro to politics, said thereafter. His job with Hamilton at the practice served as his intro into politics. It led for him getting his first spot at the Attorney General with George Clinton, appointed by George Clinton. And then he went to be elected senator, which he served for as 6 years. A was then on the state legislature, but he was also elected vice president, while beating out Thomas Jefferson for the presidency. What makes him a founding father? I found this very interesting because everywhere I look, I could not find him being listed as a founding father. Every reliable source, unreliable source, none of them see him as a founding father. So is he? There wasn't a lot of support for him, but there are a few groups of people that like him a lot. I mean, he doesn't seem like that bad of a guy, just from reading about him. But I mean, shot and killed someone, so who knows? He was a general in a war, which was the American Revolution. He then went on to become vice president, but not a founding father? Maybe it was his relationship with the other founding fathers that deemed him this position as exiled. I don't know. I would have to do more research to find out. And it might not even be out there. Relationships. He was not so liked by many, but there's a slight hint at him having a social life. Supposedly, when he was working with George Washington on George Washington's staff, they didn't get along, which is why he only stayed a couple of weeks. As for this site, well, on a different site, it said he introduced James Madison to his wife, Dolly Todd. It doesn't go into any deeper information than that. It was under James Madison's section, so I can understand why it wasn't listed further. As for Aaron Burr, he did not come up on that site. They didn't seem to think he was a founding father, unlike our teacher. He worked with Hamilton at the private practice, but he also shot and killed him in a duel. So his relationship with him must not have been good. But political positions and ideas. He was part of the Jefferson Party, which was, well, weak federal government, strict interpretation of the Constitution. But it says he also worked very well with the Federalist Party, which was the second big party of the time. It was strong federal government and a loose interpretation of the Constitution, which were the exact opposite. This rose suspicion later on with other politicians, but it helped him out for the majority of his political career. Oh, the trial. He was charged with treason for trying to separate the western United States from the whole. It was right after we got the Louisiana Purchase, and the main reasons why he didn't get charged was, well, one of the Chief Justice actually set the principle here. It set the path for us all to follow. He demanded that it be a fair trial, even though it was a trial for treason and such treacherous acts, albeit speculation or not. He was found not guilty because they had no witnesses that saw him doing it, because it says to convict of guilty they have to have witnesses that heard about him doing it and witnesses that actually saw him doing something. They could not do that. They had over 150 witnesses against him, though, but they didn't all talk. After that, it ruined his political career. He was pretty much just a washed up old man at that point. And that probably led to how he was no longer considered a founding father. My bibliography. These are the sites I used. I color-coded it because I really didn't know how to do a bibliography for PowerPoint. I have not done one for a class before, so constructive criticisms are welcome. Yeah, this is my presentation on Aaron Burr. Hope you liked it.